Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Thursday, January 15th. So with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co-hosts. We have another party up in here, honey. So I have my Icy Chili, my Gorgeous Moon, my Libra Queen, my Chaotic Cup, and my BB. Hey, my babies.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
good morning.
Good morning indeed, and I want to give you all a kind reminder. We have 2 more days for my hot tea cold cash giveaway. For the giveaway's terms and conditions, head over to auntiederek.com/hot tea cold cash. Again, the terms and conditions can be found at auntiederek.com/hot tea cold cash. So how you gain entries into the giveaway? Subscribe to a bitch first of all, honey, so you can stay in the know. My subscribers got a nice little cute little email from me this morning. And you RSVP to every upcoming live show for entries. For another entry, you attend that live show and stay in its entirety. And for an additional entry, you can share my show on your social media and use the hashtag Auntie Derek. So do all of that, baby. Get those entries in. We have one more chance for a winner to get that $100. So I can't wait. We have a in the chat saying from your messy to yes. I like to call myself your messy bestie. So, well, let's go ahead and get messy with it, honey, and jump right into the tea, honey.
Messy tea time.
Yes. And you know what we'd like to start off with if there's any new updates.
Well, we don't like it, but it's Diddy news.
Yes, indeed.
Oh
Well,
gosh, we're lactating.
and really, it's actually Diddy, Trump, and Mike Tyson news. So it's really about some figures that we really don't care for. But I have this link here from Yahoo that's sharing this story by way of the National Enquirer. And it says Mike Tyson allegedly handed President Donald Trump the letter from Sean Diddy Combs asking for that pardon that he denied. So Mike Tyson, you the culprit. So Sean Diddy Combs gets by with a little help from his friends. The disgraced music mogul, who's 56, is currently serving time at federal at FCI Fort Dix. He had a longtime pal, Mike Tyson, deliver a letter to President Donald Trump asking for a pardon. Sources claim to the U.S. Sun on Tuesday, January 13th. As the National Enquirer previously reported, the 79-year-old president revealed in a New York Times interview published last week that Combs wrote him the letter, but he said that he will not consider granting it. The former pro boxer, who's 59, was at the White House about 2 months ago, according to White House Director of Communications Stephen Chung, who posted a photo of him and Tyson on Twitter on November 21st. It's unclear why Iron Mike was in Washington, but a Sun source alleged that Tyson agreed to take it to the White House when he visited, despite feeling nervous about it. Mike had a meeting with one of Diddy's closest confidants, and he handed him a letter from Diddy, the source claimed. He asked what the letter was and was told it was Diddy asking for a pardon from Trump. Mike said he had handed the letter to Trump and did exactly what Diddy's lot had asked of him, the source continued. It wasn't something he was expecting when he met with them, but Mike did what he asked. While a White House spokesperson told the publication that reports regarding a decision on a potential pardon, Combs are not, quote unquote, are not accurate, and that the Apprentice alum is the final decider, they didn't deny Tyson's alleged involvement. And Trump previously asked Times if the publication would like to see the letter, but he did not produce it, nor reveal when it was delivered. So, so Mike Tyson, you the culprit. You the one that took that letter to, I feel like Trump is, I don't care what, cause first of all, we know he's a known lie. He's the liar in chief, honey. He always does one thing and then says one thing and then goes back and does the exact opposite. I absolutely think he's going to pardon Diddy. I do. He's going to need so, especially with what he just said about civil rights and how it's attacking white people and shit like that. He's going to need some of them stupid blacks on his side. So, you know, the abusers who support abusers, that's going to be one of the easiest ways for him to get support for them stupid blacks. Pardon this nigga. And get Mike Tyson.
No.
You don't think it's going to happen?
I I don't think so. Because first of all, Trump is a petty bitch,
Yeah.
and he doesn't forget that Diddy was campaigning against him, and pardoning Diddy would not give him a leg up in the black community. It's only what can benefit him, and I don't think he sees any benefit in pardoning Diddy. Not for the black vote.
I
Okay,
agree with
touche.
you. I agree.
You know what? You just changed my mind. I agree too, because your statement actually makes more sense than what mine did. So
Yeah, if you don't see no benefit, it's not gonna happen, and there is no benefit to pardoning Diddy. If it's all about him. So no.
And he is definitely on his petty shit right now.
Oh yeah,
And
he
it's, yeah,
he the pettiest bitch we know.
the
The pettiest bitch
pettiest. Right, BB?
with a meatball on his chin. I'm sick of him.
don't insult meatballs like that. I love meatballs.
Oh. But I agree with Chill. Like, Diddy is hated on both sides. Like, the people who follow you are just scared of him for whatever reason. But I don't think Trump sees any value in him as oh yeah, if I pardon him, the black people would definitely,
Mm-mm.
the coons, I'm sorry, the Tanukis will, see value in me and I can get that vote. Like, nobody's running around here talking about Diddy in that manner. So I agree with you.
And look at who he's part of. And the only reason, because I'm just looking at like all the black people that he's pardoned previously, like NBA YoungBoy, ASAP Rocky. Like these were all like they had a lot of support, but like they weren't really pro blackity black. You know what I'm trying to like? I don't know. I think there's
That was more. I think that was more so for the young vote. Like in these elections where he pardoned them, the young vote wasn't important. And so he saw value in that. Oh, these are the people who these young kids are talking
Yeah,
about and they like
yeah,
them. So if I pardon them, I can swing them over. So I think it was more so that in regards to those names
I agree.
versus Diddy.
I can't believe y'all are trying to
And Diddy beat
rationalize.
Cassie's ass on video, so I mean, there's that.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, I don't think he see the vat is that all about value for Trump, all about it.
All
And I
about
agree with
value.
BB. Yeah, he was trying to get that's who the kids are. You know, they up for those people, but for Diddy, mm mm.
Well, it sounds like my people are saying go ahead and then just enjoy the rest of them 4 more years or 3 more years that you got to serve right at FCI Fort Dix. Honey.
It's killing him to be in prison.
He
It
can't
really,
take it,
it
honey.
really is.
Good. Cup, you were saying something. I missed it.
I was saying it's funny y'all are trying to rationalize a non-rational person.
Listen, okay.
Yeah, but he's got a method to his madness. Now, don't get it twisted. He's irrational in a lot of ways, but for the moves like that, it's definitely, yeah, he thinks about that shit.
Well, yeah, and he's a Gemini, so.
Look, okay. Wake that up. Oh, we have a comment. He has frontotemporal dementia. Oh.
Now, if Diddy was white, it might be different. But
Mm-hmm.
no,
Oh, and I think we should say allegedly.
I said it might be.
Oh, I'm talking about the frontotemporal dementia.
Oh,
And we have another comment. He has pardoned drug dealers, scammers, and murders. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, white people.
White. Mm-hmm.
Or to people for his benefit that he can use for favors.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Value,
Honduran president.
value.
Well, honey, speaking of value, honey, it looks like Jay-Z got some value from court, honey. I think Moon is going to enjoy this story. This is a win for Jay-Z. And I have this link here from All Hip Hop, and it's an exclusive. Jay-Z wins over $100,000 from Ramir Satterwhite's godmother as paternity battle backfires. So y'all remember that long paternity case that just happened? Well, it looked like it has come to an end, honey. Like officially this time.
They wouldn't leave that man alone. He tried to let him off easy, but hey.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jay-Z walked away with a courtroom win and a six-figure payout after a federal judge in California ordered the godmother of the man who thinks he's his son to pay $119,235.45 in legal fees, bringing a long-running paternity dispute to a definitive close. The judgment ends a drawn-out legal saga that spanned more than 10 years and multiple jurisdictions. The order stated that Lily Coley shall take nothing from the billionaire mogul and awarded attorney fees under California's anti-SLAPP statute, which targets lawsuits that improperly challenge protected speech or legal action. The dispute traces back to Ramir Satterwhite, a New Jersey man who has claimed for years that Jay-Z is his biological father. Jay-Z has consistently denied the allegation. Coley, who once served as Satterwhite's guardian, became the driving force behind the legal campaign. She first helped file a paternity action in New Jersey, which was dismissed for lack of jurisdiction. Courts later blocked any new filings without prior approval, effectively shutting down that legal avenue. In 2025, Coley filed a new lawsuit in federal court in California, accusing Jay-Z of neglect and alleging that he and state officials used outdated court orders and liens to pressure her and Satterwhite. She claimed those legal moves pushed her into bankruptcy and jeopardized her property, arguing that the state and Jay-Z's legal team misrepresented earlier rulings. According to court filings, Coley said a lien tied to the case cost her $25,000 when she sold a home and placed another property at risk. She also filed an adversary proceeding in bankruptcy court, arguing that state enforcement action should be blocked, and accusing the New Jersey Attorney General of presenting demonstrably and provably false interpretations of prior family court decisions. Judge Garnett dismissed Coley's California lawsuit with prejudice in late 2025, rejecting her attempt to amend the complaint and clearing the way for Jay-Z's legal team to pursue sanctions. The court also denied Coley's emergency request to stop the sanctions hearing, finding that she failed to meet the legal standard for such relief. The final should seal Jay-Z's legal victory and end years of litigation over paternity claims that multiple courts have already dismissed. Damn, homie. I mean,
He said, leave me alone. He said, let me alone.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept going and kept going. Now you owe, you owe 6 figures. Now your broke ass owes 6 figures. Why didn't they just leave that man alone?
Mm-hmm.
do you, I mean, and especially after all this time, do y'all truly believe, because I mean, it from the outside looking in, yeah, it could certainly look like a money grab, a scam, but do y'all think like they truly believe in their heart of hearts that Jay-Z is that boy's dad? Like, I think there's like, they truly believe that. That's why they kept
Well,
going.
they probably, well, yes, okay. Yes, I think maybe they do believe. But you can't make nobody want to be in your life or want to, you can't make, if he don't want to, even if he don't want to claim you, you don't want to claim you. If he don't want to find out, he ain't curious, he don't think so, leave that man alone.
If he wanted to be a part of his life, he would have took the test. That's how
Yeah,
I see it.
like,
He was
leave
interested.
him alone.
Leave him alone. Stop
And
taking him
y'all
to
look
court.
crazy. Exactly. Y'all keep trying to twist this man's arm into making him give up his DNA to see. He said, I only got 4 kids with Beyonce. That's it. Or 3. How many they got over there? 3. He said, that's all I got. I don't care what y'all say. Leave the man alone.
Well, they better now, honey. He's $100,000 richer.
And he don't even need the money.
Mm-mm.
And he was really trying to say, like, y'all got it. Let me walk off. And they said, no. They grabbed his arm. And he said, oh, okay. Okay. You keep fucking with me. You're going to find out. I don't know. People are crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, honey, speaking of being left alone, honey, guess who got left alone by they talent agency, honey? That Timothy Busfield. Baby, they
Is that
said
the one that's
drop.
in?
They running for the hills.
Oh, and Auntie. That's what I knew. There was something that was rambling in the back of my head. Like, oh, I got to say this on the show. She's sticking by her man. Did you see that?
I
I
saw
did
that.
not. I knew it. I did not say yesterday. I said she deleted that Instagram, baby. That was a clear sign. I'm standing by my man.
She's
That's the
standing
statement
by.
she put out.
Yep.
Wow.
She's standing
Well,
by her.
unfortunately, I'm glad she is, honey, because that talent agency is not.
Oh, absolutely not.
You see, I just shared here by way of TMZ. Timothy Busfield dropped from talent agency after child sex abuse child sex abuse arrest.
Okay,
That the report at the end done kind of slipped me up, but it's all good. Go ahead, Bob.
Oh, I was going to say, and another parent came out yesterday.
Why don't
Mm-hmm.
she just be quiet before she lose her representation? Just being quiet is free. Just don't say nothing.
It's too
hmm
easy. And we
Even
have
through and her agent, I think her agent put that out. I'm sticking beside him. Oh, girl, not a sexual.
Mm.
we have
Go ahead, Auntie. Sorry.
when Melissa Gilbert had complained that Little House on the Prairie paired her with an older man while she was underage. Yes, and on top of that, like the articles that we read showed that she was actually going on a campaign against like sex abuse against children and stuff like that. So for her, it's just like, girl, all that was
And
performed.
this bitch married to one. The whole ass married to what? Are you
All that was
fucking
performed.
The
kidding me?
irony
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh, the irony is. Whew.
is
Right.
ironing.
Well, things have gone from bad to worse for Timothy Busfield. The actor was reportedly dropped from his talent agency after his arrest on child sex abuse charges. Deadline reports innovative artists cut ties with the West Wing star on Wednesday as Busfield, dressed in an orange jumpsuit, made his first court appearance in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Innovative did not provide more details on his decision to break with Busfield after managing his career for years. And then prosecutors charged Busfield with 3 felonies, 2 counts of criminal sexual contact of a minor, and 1 count of abuse of a child. Busfield is accused of sexually abusing 2 brothers who acted in the TV show The Cleaning Lady, which Busfield directed and produced. In 2022, Busfield allegedly molested the boys, who were 7 and 8 at the time of the alleged abuse, while they were on set. Prosecutors say Busfield exploited the chaotic filming environment to isolate the children. Conduct consistent with grooming behaviors recognized in child sexual abuse cases. And this is what Moon was talking about. In court documents filed Wednesday, Busfield was slapped with a third accusation of sexual abuse by the father of a then 16-year-old girl who auditioned for him at the at B Street Theater in Sacramento, California, about 25 years ago. Prosecutors say Busfield kissed the teen and shoved his hands down her pants, touching her vagina. Busfield then allegedly begged the girl's family not to report the incident to law enforcement, insisting he would seek help from a therapist instead. The girl's father, also a therapist, agreed with Busfield at the time, thinking it was the best course of action. Stupid. And you thought it was the best course of action. Now look what happened. Now, you a therapist. I just feel like as a therapist, you have a little bit more information than the average Joe to know better that type of behavior cannot be rehabilitated.
I'm sorry, Matt, cover your ears. White folks tend to give other white folks the benefit of the doubt no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
To the detriment of other folks. Why would you give that man who touched a child the benefit of the doubt? Why would you do that?
And you a therapist. Now, if he was an average Joe, I'm like, okay, well, he don't know no better.
They don't be that smart either, child.
But clearly,
They
because
don't
I'm
be that
like,
smart.
what? Well, we know innovative artists ain't fucking with that, honey. They said, nope, drop, bye, bitch. I wonder how long, because they said they've been managing his career for years, so I wonder how long it's been. They said,
They said,
we don't say that over here. No.
You doing too much.
They say we're innovative artists, not innovative pedophiles. You better go on somewhere else with that, bro. Well, that is that on that. Y'all, let me apologize in advance because I could just hear the collective sigh that's gonna come when we talk about this story, honey. So we actually have an exclusive. So for those of you who don't know, Neo is actually going to be appearing on Sherry Shepherd's show tomorrow and interviewing. And guess what he's gonna be talking about, child?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever it is, it ain't music, and so it's stupid. Go ahead.
What he been in the news about, like them damn three girlfriends, them three wives, or whatever he want to call it, girl.
Something stupid. I knew it. Oh God.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh.
Jesus.
and y'all see where it says here, Neo explains how his polyamorous relationship with three girlfriends works by way of TMZ.
We don't
So
care.
TMZ was very nice enough to actually give us a clip of the interview that's going to be on Sherry's show tomorrow. I want us to actually watch this clip together, and then we're going to analyze it. Because Neo truly thinks that we care about it. And honestly, y'all, this is my coffee break story. I'm going to go make me another cup of coffee.
Quinn must be
Oh,
busy
yeah.
as hell this
No.
morning because
Yeah.
she ain't said release us. I know you fucking lying. I was waiting for it to come up and it ain't happened. So Quinn must be deep in some work right now because somebody need to deliver us from this foolery.
Oh, we have a comment. I don't care about this acorn head nigga. Me either, honey. But he thinks that people really care about this. People are really intrigued because you remember I actually had a viral tweet and I wasn't even trying to go viral, but it was like they was like Neo is like he was like, for those of you who are intrigued about my relationship, it's this and that. I was like, mind you, nobody was intrigued. Like nobody. We don't give a fresh fuck about Neo and these three girlfriends, especially him trying to play straight like he has been doing for years, allegedly. But yeah. Anywho, let me share my screen and let's just go ahead and we were just talking about how Sherry liked to encourage a bunch of foolery with men on her show. But yeah.
Not you inserting a coffee break story. Ugh.
I need my coffee. So let's watch this and see what he has to say, child.
Well, we going on.
You are in a polyamorous relationship
Yes.
with three women.
Yes.
All right now. All right. Now, Neil, I've always wondered, I just don't understand how this works. You've got to explain to me, how does this work with three women?
Okay. Well, which part exactly don't?
None of it. I've never been, I don't like just the day-to-day stuff, how you decided to get into it.
Okay. Well. So I'll keep this brief. So after my very public, very ugly divorce, I made the decision that I was never going to tell another lie to a woman ever again in life.
All right. I like
I own the things that I did in that marriage to mess it up. I owned it completely, and I decided I didn't want to be the reason that anybody ever felt like that ever again. So I went to one of the women, one of the three I've been with a little longer than the other one. So I basically went to her and said, listen, I rock with you, I love you, but I have to be honest with you. It's not just you. I would love for you to meet these other women, and if we can figure out a way to do something together, cool. If not, that's cool too. I let her decide. I let them choose. Everybody chose to stick around.
Okay.
And so now it's just a matter of, so I think that the main understanding is I'm not in three relationships. I'm in one relationship with three people.
One relationship
Yes.
with three people.
Yes. And
So-
we figure out ways to make everything work. Of course, everybody gets their individual time, but group time is just as important as individual time. Somebody asked me a question about Valentine's Day coming up.
Yeah,
and
so how do you
that
do with Valentine's Day?
So, mind you, these are three different women, three different personalities. I can't do blanket stuff like red roses for everybody. I don't even like red roses. I can't do that. So I have to make sure that I get a gift for each of them that matches who they are. But then as far as like where we go and what we do, that we decide together. We go to one restaurant, we go to one concert or whatever it is that we're doing, and then everybody gets their individual gift and everybody's happy.
So, but does that require, because it's three women, that seems like a lot of work. So it seems like more work than with one.
I've never been afraid of hard work. Never ever.
He's so damn corny.
Okay.
But he had a point. At least he
this
letting
is the
people
other
choose.
thing I wonder about. So you have three women. It's all consensual. You've all agreed. Can they date other men?
No.
No. And no is why?
No is because, okay, so here's the thing. I've made no request for exclusivity of any of these women. I've never said, if it ain't me, it ain't nothing. I've never said that. I didn't ask for them to be with me. They said they want to be with me. Okay. They gave me their exclusivity, meaning if you gave it to me, it's mine.
All right.
And that's that. Now, if it was the other way around, I deal in partnership as opposed to ownership. I don't want to own you. I don't want to possess you. I want a partner in this, and we can partner and work it out that way. But if the exclusivity is mine, then it's mine. Damn it, I ain't giving it to nobody else. Gave it to me. It's mine. What you want?
Oh my gosh, Neil.
That's how it works.
All right, so all right, I'm gonna have to sit down and ponder on this. You said a lot.
All good.
You said a lot. I'm just think about this, so I'm gonna have to get your number so I can ask you questions.
Copy that. Whatever you need, I got you.
Little follow-up questions.
Hey family, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, TikTok.
Okay, that's enough of that.
The only thing that he said okay was he let them choose. That was the best thing. Other than that, he's a fucking cornball. That oversized jacket is terrible with that scully he had on. Ugh. But go on.
Look, most people I know on software are poly or swingers. Well, yes. Why is this a topic? I'm going to try to defund Auntie Derek. Oh, wow.
Wow.
In Carl's word, you gotta love. Say, well, I like this comment. Well, that really isn't poly. That's more of a harem. Exactly. You're in a poly relationship with Negro, no. No. Neo is a butch queen, hun. Let me tell you something. I have been a gay man for a very long time. I know it when I see it, hun. And he has been trying to convince us that he is straight for years. And the thing about him, he's the dangerous kind of like closeted gay man, because he's also a misogynist. And remember what he did with his first wife and how he pretty much led that girl to believe that he didn't want her to have no kids or whatever, so he had her get her tubes tied, and then all the while he was slinging that fluid penis. And girl,
that was terrible. I liked him since then. That was evil.
We have a comment calling him Billy Porter Jr. I am screaming.
Now I can't unsee it.
I was not ready. Oh my Lord. Well,
I will never be able to unsee that now. They smile this. Oh my God. I see it.
I guess. Listen, child. Oh, I guess I should say allegedly, because again, he wants us to convince he's straight. And then we came out there saying that fuck shit about trans kids, and then double down on that. I said, oh, you fuck nigga, fuck you.
I ain't even heard that, but I'm glad I haven't. I don't like him no how. Anyways, when he did to his first wife, that was some sick shit.
It was. Well, honey, are y'all familiar with the, I would, ask my Libra queen out of curiosity, but are y'all familiar with the, he's no longer with us anymore, but do you all remember the rapper who went by, FBG Duck? He was,
no.
Oh, well, like he was famous for having a really famous beef with King Von and Lil Durk and all of them, and he was actually killed. I actually used to really enjoy a song by him, but I just didn't want to play it out loud because I was like, look, I ain't a part of this beef, honey. I just like the beat. You know, I'm like, Sheree, it was really fun. I like the beat. But he had a song called Slide, and you know, pretty much he begins like, it's a real nigga party and you cannot get in. But he pretty much saying like, if you're gonna slide, pussy nigga, then slide, then let me see some fucking shots fired then. And unfortunately, they fired the shots, and he's no longer with us. However, his mom is really out there like trying to fight for his justice. So I have this link here from Hot New Hip Hop, and y'all should see where it says FBG Duck's mom doubles down on lawsuit against Lil Durk. And remember, Lil Durk also got another thing going on, honey, with his murder for hire case that he's dealing with currently. So, baby, they say this
I don't see it for a lot of these people. Boy, it's tough out here. Whew.
Girl. Well, FBG Duck's mother, Lashina Weekly, is continuing her wrongful death lawsuit against Lil Durk, King Von's estate, and various record labels. In an update on Instagram on Tuesday, she confirmed that a judge recently ruled that she can bring her case to court. The ruling is in, and my son gets his day in court, she wrote. The court ruled we can continue our lawsuit against Lil Durk and the record labels. Our fight continues. I want to thank my attorney, Roosevelt Allen, and his team for their exceptional work on this case. Let's go. In the comment section, fans criticized Weekly for taking legal action over the situation. This is crazy. Your son and his gang terrorized the streets for years. They glamorized it and laughed at people's death. When it was his turn, you ran to the courts, shaking my head, one user wrote. Another added, you know damn well your son would never approve no police ass shit like this. Keep it in the streets. You acting like he wasn't a real gangster. Lashina Weekly originally filed her lawsuit back in October of 2024 in an attempt to get justice for her son, who was shot and killed in August of 2020. She accused Lil Durk, King Von, and their associates of allegedly engaging in a conspiracy to murder Duck and placing a $100,000 bounty on his life. Additionally, she alleged that Alamo Records, Sony Music Entertainment Inc., Universal Music Group Recordings Inc., Interscope Records, and Empire Distribution Inc. knowingly profited from artists with gang affiliations and promoted diss tracks between them. Weekly argued that this fostered an environment that incentivized. I never saw that word before, honey. That the violent behavior.
Incentivized?
They have incentivized in here. I thought it was incentivized too, but they say or incitementize. I've never seen that word before. But whatever that word is, it did that to the violent behavior that led to FBD Duck's death. The situation comes as Lil Durk remains behind bars while awaiting trial in his murder for hire case. He stands accused of allegedly orchestrating the attempted murder of rival rapper Quando Rondo in 2022. He has pled not guilty, and his trial is scheduled to begin in May. Ooh, honey. Well, what Mary Cosby say? Ooh, a lot going on. That's child, that's a lot. But yeah, I mean,
Lil Durk ain't never gonna get out of jail.
listen.
This is not okay. This is a lot.
But I do think she has a point about that the record companies and stuff promoting these diss tracks and stuff like that. And incentivize. I'm gonna put that word in the chat just to see, because I have never seen this word before. I'm gonna look it up. Do what Casanat just did, honey, that's causing a bunch of discourse online. People are shocked because he looked up a word he didn't know. I'm like, that's what you're supposed to do.
These ignorant motherfuckers out here, boy, I can't even stand it. You bitches is just out here saying shit like damn Cam Newton's ass and then trying to make up a new word, and then you mad at him for trying to learn. Oh, I can't stand it.
A lot of anti-intellectualism, honey.
I
I
ain't
tell
never
you
heard
that.
the word incite. Yeah, but I never heard it in that spelling. What that's supposed to mean? Let me look that up.
Who's looking it up?
Incitement. I can't even spell this shit.
I mean, sometimes you also have to understand, like, this came from this article from whatever this is. They may have not used the word proper.
Definitely didn't.
I'm sorry, properly ever. So I don't know that this is, unless it's a legal term, I've never heard of. I'm trying to find in the article so I can understand context.
It's towards the bottom.
It does look like a legal term.
It's not listed on Google as nothing.
Unless I spelled it wrong, I'm seeing.
I think that they spelled it wrong.
I really think that just means it incited violent behavior.
But that's not a word.
What's not a word?
Incitementized.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think maybe it was a typo. They meant to say Weekly argued that this fostered an environment that incited the violent behavior. I don't think this is a word.
It's not a word.
Okay.
It was a typo
Well, now I
that
don't
they
feel
did
so
not
dumb.
catch.
Made that up.
They said, well, Cam Newton's making up words and spelling it however he wants to. Why not?
Exactly.
We won't go there and talk about foods because we know the Lord take care of baby and foods, but we're just,
Well, like my gorgeous moon said, honey, they is really coming for Lil Durk, and I think like they are really making it so and getting their ducks in order to no pun intended, with FBG Duck, but getting their ducks in order to really keep him in there for a very long time.
Hmm.
So that's that on that. I'm following this case, honey. Well, this next story, so this thing that keeps the little engine that could, honey, that keeps trying to go against Michael Jackson's estate to get money, claiming that he was abused by Michael and stuff like that. It's girl, that's another one. Can you come up with something else? But you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Michael Jackson's accuser's attorney warns of damaging accusations on video. Girl. So Howard King, the attorney representing a family accusing Michael Jackson of abuse, spoke to TMZ after a dramatic day in court in their fight with Jackson's estate, and he explained what caused the family's flip from ally to enemy. Frank Cascio and his siblings reportedly settled for millions of dollars in 2020 with Jackson's estate amid allegations the late King of Pop sexually abused them as children. But in 2024, Frank alleged he signed the settlement under duress. Today, the Cascio family was back in court, or yesterday rather, was back in court with Jackson's estate, represented by attorney Marty Singer, who claims the Cassios are trying to extort MJ's estate. This presents a complete reversal from Frank's days as a staunch Jackson defender. So why the change of heart? King says years of therapy helped Frank stop drinking the Michael Jackson Kool-Aid. The emotional toll was evident, particularly for Frank's brother, Aldo, who was seen crying in the courtroom before yesterday's hearing began and had to step out with King. King explained Aldo's breakdown, saying, "These kids are all damaged. One of the children in particular is severely damaged over what happened to him and is only compounded by these ridiculous court proceedings where the estate publicly claims that he's lying. He's not lying." King says the first thing he did when he was retained by the Cascio family in 2024 was record each of the 5 siblings detailing the abuse they claim to have suffered at the hands of Jackson. They allegedly resulted in 10 hours of video testimony. According to King, he showed Singer an hour of the footage, and he claimed Singer responded, "This will never see the light of day. We're going to resolve this. Make me an offer." King claimed Singer did make an offer, but then double-crossed him by publicly accusing King of extortion. Now, arbitration is off the table as far as King is concerned. He says they're asking for more than $200 million after Jackson reportedly paid accuser Jordan Chandler roughly $25 million for one instance of molestation in the 90s. However, Singer tells TMZ, Mr. King's statement is an outright lie. He says he never made any of the statements that he claims were made. Singer says, "I spoke to a witness who was with me and confirmed that Mr. King's statement is a fabrication. He is simply trying to deflect from the fact that he communicated a demand of $213 million, which is the subject of our extortion claim and was reported to the authorities." Frank's attorney of record, Mark Garagos, will decide what steps to take moving forward. A lot of mess, honey. A lot of mess. They will not let that man rest in peace. I'll tell you that.
But you could tell when we in a recession, boy. All these little lawsuits, boy. People got all of a sudden they got all the ailments and something didn't happen. I'm sorry. People like that really ruin it for people who are really out here. It makes it hard and I don't know. I'm sick of it. Like, just why all of a sudden now you like, oh, therapy. Now I was abused. I'm sorry. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. It's been going on too long.
Way too long.
How long has the man been dead? What do you mean
Since
Good.
2009, honey, because we all remember that fact. If you were on Twitter in 2009, you remember where you were at the moment that you learned Michael Jackson died.
And it's almost been 20 years.
Oh,
So
no,
you,
no.
you just now, 20, almost 20 years post his death.
Child, where my spoon so I can stir my coffee, honey?
Mm, yeah, I know times is hard, boy. All these lawsuits that's slanging around, boy.
Mm-hmm. And say we're all going to hit a depression once Trump has all these other countries pull our debts. Ooh, 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 mm. Well, y'all. So Justin Bieber's wife, Haley Bieber, honey, she had to send a TikToker a cease and desist. She said, "Keep my name out your motherfucking mouth, girl." And I just have to say, once I get sent a cease and desist by a celebrity, and I have an idea of who I think is going to do it first, y'all know who I think it's probably going to be Messy Daisy. But the moment I get a cease and desist, baby, I know I'm gonna be doing something right because the first time a celebrity blocked me for talking about their boyfriend, I ain't even gonna say that person's name, but when that person blocked me, I said, "Oh, bitch, I made it, honey. Y'all can tell me nothing." But yeah. But you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Hailey Bieber sends a cease and desist to a TikToker. Well, Haley and Justin Bieber are continuing to beef with TikToker Julie. How do you say this? Is it Thies? The last name is spelled Theis. Is that pronounced Thies? We don't call it Thies for now. So Julie Thies, slapping her with a cease and desist letter that claims she fabricated her story about their celebrity marriage. TMZ obtained a copy of the letter written by the Bieber's attorney, Evan Spiegel, who writes that Thies posted outrageous, false, fabricated, and defamatory statements online about the couple's marriage. Spiegel also writes Thies uploaded TikTok and Instagram videos of herself claiming that Justin and Haley's marriage was a great example of an abusive relationship stemming from drug addiction and calls the allegations highly damaging. Furthermore, the cease and desist demands Thies remove her videos making the allegedly defamatory comments about Haley and Justin and uh, to tells her to permanently stop posting content implying the Biebers are in an abusive relationship. On Tuesday, Thies said on TikTok she received the cease and desist letter from Haley and Justin's legal team. Thies insisted her social media videos were clearly opinion-based commentary about relationship dynamics and power. In a statement, Thies told TMZ she's concerned the Biebers are trying to silence her free speech, explaining she's allowed to express her opinions without legal intimidation. Thies added, "It's extremely elitist to try and silence opinions just because you disagree. Disagreement is not defamation." She also claims that she's been receiving death threats since the start of this drama. We've reached out to Haley and Justin's team. So far, no word back. So that TikToker just became extra famous. There you it exactly happened. I'll tell you, that's why I can't wait to get me a cease and desist, bitch. I would come. Y'all, guess who I just got a cease and desist from? Because really, honey, Funky Dineva told me. I want a Funky Dineva's daughters, honey. He said, "Bitch, once you get a cease and desist, that's just like it's pretty much just a little like, okay, bitch, I'm watching you. I see what you're saying about me. Now I will sue if it keeps up. But it ain't. It's like, okay, got it." Noted. I'm gonna keep talking. But
Uh, going back to names, Auntie. I'm pretty sure that may be Thice. But names can be tricky because like people call Ariana Grande, and her last name is really Grandy.
mm-hmm.
But in light of this story, girl, Haley, you mad because like I've seen her TikToks because I doom scroll, and they are opinion based. So you're mad at what? Like now you just made her famous. Now I don't know if I would want to accept that type of fame because, like she said, now the people are threatening you. You know how these fans are crazy. Can you imagine you getting a cease and desist from Nicki Minaj? Girl, her fans may find your address and pull up. Like, I don't know if I want that notoriety. Like, I'm sorry.
Listen, the Durham bitch in me is like, please, but I love and would invite her. I know what kind of smoke that would bring, honey. And I'm a whole, look, baby, I got a lighter for that blunt. Baby, please bring the bar for Durham, honey. we would love, we would love
As one of the
that.
comments said, what if you got a cease and desist from 50 cents?
Honey, he can just call me. He could just call me and say, stop talking about me. And I say, yes, daddy. So he wouldn't need to even go that far. Well, y'all, first of all, I think we had a conversation here before, and I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think many of us in the room really watched American Dad like that. I think it was just me, or am I wrong with that? Were we talking about another show, maybe?
I used to watch it.
I
Yeah.
watched American Dad.
I watched it.
I mean,
I
it
watch
ain't as
all
great
the
as
adult.
Family Guy, but yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I respectfully disagree. I think, Family Guy started off with a bang, but it's just kind of, but American Dad, like, it's kind of been consistent. Oh, yeah, shout out to my Queen of Happiness, who, if you ever been on their website, baby. Yeah. But, so do y'all remember how, the thing about American Dad with me is that it really taught me a lot of American history. Right, because a lot of stuff that I didn't know. It actually taught me about, they had an episode where, Stan had to go back in time and, he tried to, you remember when, they had the episode about John Hinckley Jr.? And, he had to go back in time to try to assassinate, President Ronald Reagan at the time to keep things going. I don't know if y'all remember that episode. But I actually learned about that. Okay, I learned that was actually a true event that John Weekly did do that because he had a crush on Jodie Foster and all of that. Yeah, I didn't know that was a real thing until I actually saw American Dad and looked it up. So, sure enough, girl, how about that man is writing a book, bitch?
Who? John Hinckley?
John Hinckley. And you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Ronald Reagan attempted assassin, John Hinckley Jr. believes he turned Jodie Foster lesbian.
Oh, he's so crazy.
Wow.
Damn, he spent all them years in jail to still be fucking with Jodie Foster. God damn.
Wow.
To this day, honey.
To this day.
He's still crazy as fuck, huh?
And the fact that he's, baby, this right here is peak white privilege. Who else that you know could have a assassination attempt on a president, go to jail, live to tell about it, and now write a book? And that's
actually, I don't think he was in jail. I think they had him in the psych ward, like a psych jail.
Like jail.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, looking
All
at
the years.
him, I turned lesbian too.
Shit, looking at his eyes, he's still fucking dangerous in my opinion.
I agree. That picture is creepy. I feel like he about to assassinate me through the damn iPad.
Well, if he do, honey, he gonna miss because clearly he ain't. And he said because he missed, honey, that's why he think that Jodie Foster don't want his ass and just went to women.
Ooh.
Wow. Well,
baby, he's still slap ass crazy.
Yes, for
well,
sure.
yes. Well, John Hinckley Jr., the man who tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan, is convinced he's the reason Jodie Foster is sexually attracted to other women. John tells TMZ he has a theory that his failed Reagan assassination attempt in 1981 traumatized Jodie to the point where she turned away from men and became a lesbian. He believes Jodie's trauma also stemmed from him bringing her into his assassination attempt with his public fascination for her. He says Jodie was dating men in the early 1980s and only became a lesbian in the years after he tried to shoot Reagan dead. Jodie first came out publicly as gay during the 2013 Golden Globe Awards. John says this is the first time he's ever revealed this theory publicly as he promotes his new memoir, John Hinckley Jr., Who I Really Am. John says he was obsessed with Jodie ever since 1976 when he saw her in the film Taxi Driver and when she was attending Yale University. He went to the college registrar's office and got her dorm number and phone number and would call her and slip poems under her door. Ooh, creepy. He says he never asked Jody out on a date because she didn't seem interested, and in his depression, delusion, and obsession, he thought he could impress Jody by killing the president. John says he was hung up on Jody and Taxi Driver, and he saw himself as Travis Bickle from the movie, the character who wants to shoot a presidential candidate after being spurned by his love interest. In the movie, Travis does not shoot the candidate. Instead, he ends up as a local hero for killing the men exploiting Jody's character, Iris, a young prostitute, and his love interest seems impressed. John tried to recreate that in real life and says he thought if he shot Reagan, he could win over Jody. So he took a bus from Los Angeles to Washington, D.C. in March of 1981 on a mission to assassinate Reagan. He says he sold two 38 caliber guns to pay for his bus ticket and D.C. lodging, and he went to the Hilton Hotel where Reagan was giving a speech armed with a 22 caliber revolver. John was in a crowd outside when Reagan and his entourage arrived, and he thought Reagan was waving at him, which startled him when he waved back. Which startled him before he waved back. He says he waited for Reagan to leave after the speech, and when Ronald Reagan walked past him, he brandished his revolver and squeezed off 6 shots within seconds, wounding Reagan, police officer Thomas Delahanty, Secret Service agent Tim McCarthy, and White House press secretary James Brady. John says he thought he would be killed by the Secret Service, but the crowd turned on him, jumping him and beating him up until the Secret Service cuffed him up and took him to jail. He was found not guilty by reason of insanity and sent to a mental institution for over 30 years, and John tells us the jury got this verdict correct. John says he's been on antidepressants for many years, and currently he's voluntarily taking Zoloft and Risperdal for anxiety. We've reached out to Jody's camp. They declined to comment. I know that's right, girl.
Boy, crazy.
Yes, and we have a comment saying, what a creep. Exactly.
I don't like anyone that much to do something this crazy. And speaking of tea, so this something kind of crazy like this came across, and is Hammy here? He's gonna laugh at it. So we saw this tweet of this, I guess, guy. He's a black guy who he went outside his apartment door, and this white guy was just bent over in front of his apartment door with his underwear down.
Mm-hmm. And he sprayed that ass with Lysol.
He had to spray him with Lysol. Like, that is so crazy that you think you have, and it goes to show you that access, when people think that they can have access to you, like this happened in what, 70s, 80s or whatever, that it still happens now. And then people believe they even have more access to you because of the digital age. So it's so crazy. Like, I don't like anybody that much. And
Yeah.
I pray I never get infatuated with somebody that much that I feel like I gotta go assassinate somebody so that you can love me. And then now I feel like you turned lesbian, although looking at that picture, so she probably turned lesbian because she took one look at him and said, "Ooh, bring on a vagina."
Well, she probably turned lesbian because she was also one of those young actresses that they would pair with young, older men, or those storylines. Brooke Shields. There's so many stories about that. So many.
And Moon, I am actually glad that you brought that up, because now you remember Jody actually declined to comment about his ass, but she did make a very interesting comment in the news this week. And I have this article here from Entertainment Weekly, and you all should see where it says, Jodie Foster says early career success protected her from sexual abuse in Hollywood. She says, I could have ruined people's careers. And because this doesn't have a thumbnail, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can read the article together. But yes, this is actually very interesting. So, the trope is that child stars don't escape Hollywood unscathed, and for good reason. There are countless stories of later struggles with an inability to find work as adults, substance abuse, and sexual abuse, but not when it comes to Jodie Foster. The actress who began acting when she was 3 has thought about how she managed to escape the latter. I really had to examine that. Like, how did I get saved? She told Terry Gross on Tuesday's episode of NPR's Fresh Air. There were microaggressions, of course. Anybody who's in the workplace has had misogynist microaggressions. That's just a part of being a woman, right? But what kept me from having those bad experiences, those terrible experiences, and what I came to believe is that I had a certain amount of power by the time I was like 12.
Oh, shit.
That was the year that Foster starred in the gritty drama Taxi Driver, which was directed by Martin Scorsese and co-starred Robert De Niro and Sybil Shepherd. She was nominated for an Academy Award in the Best Supporting Actress category the following year for her portrayal of child prostitute Iris Steensma. By the time I had my first Oscar nomination, I was a part of a different category of people that had power and I was too dangerous to touch, Foster said. I could have ruined people's careers or I could have called uncle, so I wasn't on the block. Foster's late mother, Evelyn Brandy Foster, was her manager and selected projects for her. The star's early work also included the original Freaky Friday, Foxes, and Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. Now, at 63, Foster has gone on to act in movies such as The Accused, The Silence of the Lambs, Nell, Naiad, earning Oscars for the first 2, and nominations for the other 2. She directed Money Monster with Julia Roberts and George Clooney, and Home for the Holidays, which starred Holly Hunter and Robert Downey Jr. It also might be just my personality that I am a head-first person and I approach the world in a head-first way, Foster told Gross. It's very difficult to emotionally manipulate me because I don't operate with my emotions on the surface. The actress noted that she was able to come out of the other side of what has proven to be a precarious position for many. There's 2 things that could happen as a child actor. One is you develop resilience and you come up with a plan and for a way to survive intact, and there are real advantages to that in life, Foster said. And I really feel grateful for the advantages that's given me. The benefits that has given me, or the other is you totally fall apart and you can't take it. Foster's later movie, A Private Life, arrives in theaters tomorrow, January 16th.
She's not lying. And I mean, and this happens in any situation, really, about children. It's either they're going to survive and thrive and choose a different path, or some give in to the temptations of trying to cope in negative ways. And yeah, very true. I think she was kind of spot on with that one and that assessment. But I've always liked Jodie Foster. Well, you said a couple of them. I was like, I remember them back in the day. So great. Now they so old. All of my favorite actresses and actors, they senior citizens, man. God bless.
I used to watch Nell so much because I think that was like one of the only movies that they used to play. I feel like they used to play it like almost every weekend on HBO back in the day, like especially in the 90s. I done seen Nell so many times. That was like my introduction to Jodie Foster, as a millennial. So, yeah, that's that on that, child. Y'all, this next story is so sad. So you remember not too long ago we were talking about Tommy Lee Jones's daughter Victoria and how she passed away, died from an overdose. Well, what we are learning now, here's another link by way of Entertainment Weekly. You'll see where it says here, Tommy Lee Jones sought conservatorship of daughter Victoria 2 years before her death. So they were trying to step in and get that girl some help. But, and again, because this is Entertainment Weekly, I'll share my screen again. So, 2 years before Victoria Jones's death at 34, her father Tommy Lee Jones sought to place her under temporary conservatorship. The Men in Black star petitioned a California court to appoint Margaret Caron Schmierer as a temporary conservator of his daughter on August 7th of 2023, according to Marion County Superior Court filings reviewed by Entertainment Weekly. Records indicate that a judge granted that initial request and also extended the conservatorship 2 weeks later. The court ultimately granted the No Country for Old Men actors petition to terminate the conservatorship in December that year. The San Francisco Chronicle reported that additional court records indicated that Victoria was in the middle of a 14-day involuntary psychiatric hold at the time of her father's conservatorship petition. Victoria was found dead at the Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco on New Year's Day, a representative for the San Francisco Fire Department told Entertainment Weekly at the time. Units responded to a report of a medical emergency at around 2:52 a.m. local time on January 1st and arrived at around 3:14 a.m. in response to a report of a deceased person. Paramedics then performed an assessment and Victoria was declared deceased. A representative for Tommy Lee Jones offered a brief statement after the news of Victoria's death became public. We appreciate all of the kind words, thoughts, and prayers, the statement said. Please respect our privacy during this difficult time. Thank you, the family of Victoria Kafka Jones. People previously reported... What did you say?
I said, that's so sad.
Yeah. People previously reported that Victoria, who acted alongside her father in Men in Black 2 and the three burials of Milquise Estrada, was arrested on 2 misdemeanor drug charges and an additional misdemeanor charge of obstructing a peace officer in Napa County, California in April of 2025. In June, she was arrested again in Napa County, this time for a misdemeanor domestic battery. She pled not guilty to each of the charges. So, Victoria was one of the Oscar winner's 2 children with his ex-wife, Kimberly Clowley. The former couple also share a son, 43-year-old Austin Jones. So sad. Yeah, they tried to stay. When she was under an involuntary psych hold for 14 days, and he tried to really look, I need to really step in and get because I see something. I see it's not going to end well, and sure enough. So I'm sure it's annoying to her that his not good.
Okay, try reading that out loud. Like, you trying to assess the comment?
No, because I was like, it's because I was trying to figure it out because I don't think that was about. I think it was about the last story that we were talking about. That comment.
That was so funny. Just a minor segue. This fool, Marco Rubio, handed him a note, basically telling him to go back to the question or some shit, and he read it out loud like an idiot.
Oh, Lord. Oh, child. Well, this is actually some good news because we were talking about like a drug addiction and stuff. Well, it looks like our Puerto Rican princess has actually beat hers, honey. Jocelyn Hernandez says she celebrates 3 years of free from that white girl.
What?
Yes, honey.
3 years? Wasn't she fighting somebody 2 years ago?
Well, yeah, but maybe it wasn't on white girl. Maybe it was alcohol that time.
Jesus, well, I'm glad she's off cocaine. Lord Jesus.
But you gotta say it like she said, that white girl.
Child.
That is one crazy heifer if I ever seen somebody. That fight men and women, she crazy.
She said everybody can get it, honey. Well, it says Jocelyn Hernandez took to social media with a powerful message about her 3-year journey away from cocaine addiction. The reality television star shared an Instagram post celebrating her sobriety milestone while delivering a stark warning to young women about the dangers of drug use. My mind is clear and my body is strong. My mind is clear and the body is strong, Hernandez wrote in her lengthy social media caption posted January 13th. The 38-year-old Puerto Rican entertainer described being 3 years off that nose candy and thanked God for giving her the strength to overcome her addiction to what she called the white girl. Hernandez's admission comes after years of public speculation and legal battles surrounding her alleged drug use during her time on VH1's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. In 2015, castmate Althea Eaton filed a lawsuit claiming Hernandez was smoking crack cocaine backstage during a reunion show taping. The lawsuit alleged that eyewitnesses saw Hernandez using drugs out of a pipe before a violent altercation between the 2 women occurred. Additional allegations surfaced from other cast members, including Dawn Heflin, who claimed she witnessed Hernandez snorting cocaine during filming. These controversies follow Hernandez through her reality television career. The transformation from those dark days to her current success represents a remarkable turnaround for the self-proclaimed Puerto Rican princess. Hernandez has built a multimedia empire centered around her hit Zeus Network series, Jocelyn's Cabaret, which she creates and executive produces. The show has run for 6 successful seasons, taking her cabaret concept from Atlanta to Miami and most recently California in 2025. Her partnership with Zeus Network has proven financially lucrative, with industry reports suggesting the show generates significant revenue through both upfront production fees and ongoing profit-sharing arrangements. Hernandez has emphasized the importance of intellectual property ownership, noting that she learned valuable lessons after helping VH1 generate billions of dollars during her years on Love and Hip Hop without receiving her fair share. The Zeus Network announced that Jocelyn's Cabaret will continue production through 2026, with Hernandez maintaining creative control and executive producer credits on all future seasons. I know that's right, girl. And you know, when
Look,
her said, she's absolutely right.
she's right about those things, about that money. She's still crazy, but I'm glad she's off that white girl.
That
Okay?
was a
And
little
I won't
bit.
hate on her sobriety, and I'm happy that she's,
Exactly.
sober. But she made a lot of points in that
She did.
article.
And
So
it's
I
just,
guess what they say, broken clocks are right twice a day. So I won't talk too bad about
and honey, this is much better than her rap career. Let's just say that.
her. Honey, rap career, was she rapping presents?
Okay, first
She
of
thought
all,
she was a rapper.
what we not gonna do is that like do it like My B Day is not iconic. We not gonna do that.
Girl, one, you're the one who's calling it iconic, which probably means it's gutter snipe trash. Um, but
Do it like My B Day. Do it like My B Day, baby.
Oh God. She stick to this cabaret. She making her do what it do, honey. Stick to this. This is your lane, girl.
And my
Yes.
apologies. The song is called "Live Your Best Life."
we still don't know it from the first title to the second. So you didn't have to fact check, boo.
No, I love this for her. And I like now. I'm not gonna lie because I don't like to see like anything that looks like bullying. And Jocelyn surely did look like a bully on Love and Hip Hop. But when you look at
Mhm.
her like in other stuff about like with her interviews and stuff, she seems like she has a really nice personality. And she seems like a girl who likes to learn. And she seems like a girl who's pro-black if you really want to wake it up. So
And she's a bully. She's still a bully.
okay.
Cause she bullied them people in cabaret too. She be
I was gonna
bullying
say,
them
did we
people.
see the cabaret? Because what?
I actually don't watch. The only thing I've ever watched on Zeus was like the first 3 episodes of the Bad Boys thing. And I said, this is not for me. It was,
Yeah,
Let me
it's
clear this up. I don't watch anything on Zeus Network. However, I have seen clips, and she literally, a girl coughed, and she said, "You coughing at me," and she wanted to beat her up.
okay.
right. Why are you coughing in her face like she a fucking germ? Who you
Oh my
coughing at?
God.
Who you coughing at?
Girl, sometimes you just gotta cough.
Okay, well, don't do it in my face.
Oh my God. She's crazy. And where
You
do you
see,
find Zeus Network? Cause I ain't never seen it. Y'all talk about it, but I ain't never seen it. Where is it at? How do you get to it? What
Moon,
street is it on?
don't even waste your brain cells, baby.
But what street do you get down to get to Zeus Network? Cause I don't know where it's at.
I don't even know how much is the subscription, honey. Is it like $3, $4.99 or something like that?
I wouldn't know. I was surprised that Auntie doesn't know because that's his type of thing.
It's actually not. Like, this is, cause I don't like see, when it comes to like that Bad Boys thing, right? And one thing that I like mess, but I don't like nothing that's going to make us look like aggressors, right? And one thing I have a really big thing against, gays fighting each other. And that Bad Boy shit, honey, and I was not with that shit. No. I feel like we need to take all that smoke and use it for bullies and homophobes and white supremacists and all those. We see him fighting each other and shit. Like, I'm not with that. So yeah, that's kind of what, that really turned me off from this. But one thing I do like about the Zeus Network is that they are, like Jocelyn said, is promoting ownership with these content creators. because everybody who's on there who got something to part of Zeus always speaks highly of Lynn. Well, not the ones he's sexually assaulted allegedly.
I was about to say.
Now, but anybody who like Jocelyn and some other people, they said that, you know, he's really teaching them about ownership and blah, blah, blah. So, hey.
The people always speak highly of you when things are going well. But to answer your question, Moon, you can go to their website, and I think they have an app. But again, don't quote me on that. I did go look up this. It's $6.99 a month or $70 a year.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
You gotta pay for it?
I'd rather subscribe to Tubi.
Cause I think, wasn't it Black China who kind of put them on the map when she had, didn't Black China have her first show that was the first show on Zeus if I remember correctly. Or it might have been Jocelyn. I don't know, child.
I don't think it was Jocelyn, but I wish I knew. I wish I could answer. I think it was Natalie Nunn because she had, I don't know, what is it, Baddies?
Oh, yeah. Who was the first show on Zeus?
I think it was like Baddies, wasn't it? So, and then it grew from there.
Oh, yep. It was Baddies ATL. Yep.
And that was... Yeah, because that's with Rolly and all of them. And child. And
I'll never go down that street.
Girl, the only reason I know about it is because of clip bites from the Twitter or X, whatever it is now. And so, you know, you kind of, you see it and you're like, oh, okay. And child, it wasn't nothing but a bunch of trash.
Yeah, I think it's a network or just them reality shows, right? It's just that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no thank you.
So if you like trash reality TV and you want to look at people like B. Simone, then maybe it's for you.
And keep this in mind. Auntie Derek, who enjoys watching Tubi on a regular basis, if I'm saying that Zeus is not in my lane, then maybe you should, I don't know. Keep in mind, it does not take much to entertain me. So, that's that on that.
We know.
Well,
coming off the mic.
Well, this next one, did y'all hear a rumor about Chief Keef getting shot in the face 6 times?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear it? Well, good, because it's not true. Chief Keef, honey, Amber won. Well, and I have this, wow. Well, I have this link here from Hot New Hip Hop. Chief Keef's manager responds to dubious report claiming the rapper was shot 6 times in the face. Well, internet rumors are nothing new, but at times they go entirely too far. Recently, for example, that Chief Keef was on life support after being shot in the face 6 times in his hometown of Chicago began to go viral. The rumor appears to have been shared by Tommy Go Brazy on Twitter, an account that frequently spreads misinformation about rappers and other celebrities. Popular rapper Chief Keef has reportedly been shot 6 times in the face after returning to O Block after 15 years to film a music video. He is currently on life support. A tweet shared on January 14th reads, "Pray for Chief Keef." The tweet was seen by more than 2.3 million people and racked up over 13,000 likes. It also sparked some serious panic among fans, as many assumed there was some truth to the rumor. Fortunately, that is not the case. Sosa's manager, Idris Dykes, recently shut down the rumor during a chat with Fox 32 Chicago. "No, this is false," he told the outlet. "Keith has not been to Chicago since he did Summer Smash 2 years ago. Fans are glad to hear that the rapper is alive and well, but the ordeal has sparked some discourse about the online dissemination of dubious rumors. Many point out that rumors like this can be incredibly harmful, with some even arguing that accounts like Tommy Go Brazy should be banned. This is far from the first time a situation like this has unfolded. In fact, it's not even the first time this week. On Tuesday, Charleston White took to his Instagram story to address a rumor that he'd been shot in Fort Worth. The rumor also appeared to have been started by Tommy Go Brazy. Somebody said, "I got shot in Fort Worth," he asked. I don't live in Fort Worth. I ain't lived in Fort Worth in years. I stay in Miami. Lil Tim, Lil Skies, and many more have also fallen victim to unfounded rumors in recent weeks. Mm-mm.
I guess they said if ain't no news, we gonna make some news for some clicks and views.
But I blame the people because this account has, from the article, has allegedly been known to spread false rumors. So you all see it, you know this account is trash, and then you start to believe it. Like, come on now. At some point, we got to use our brains.
Ain't no child. The
Ain't
way
none.
they letting AI run rampant in these digital streets is crazy.
Bitch, AI video got me yesterday, child. I was like, I'm usually a good AI.
What? An
It
AI
got me.
video got you?
Got me, honey. It was one like because it was a picture of I don't know if y'all saw it, but it was like looked like a board that was in some water, like a board that had the board had a picture of a deer, and it looked like the alligator was trying to jump up and attack the board, thinking it was a real deer trying to get some food. And I was like, oh shit, that was great. But I learned that was an AI video. I'm like, damn, an AI video got me. Damn.
He getting
Show
better
of
and better.
hands of who's surprised that an AI video got us.
You should be very surprised, honey, because when it comes to that text, I don't. It's really hard to get over. That's why a bitch been said I ain't have to change my password in years, honey. Y'all, on the other hand,
Clicking on any and every link, child.
They know a certain amount of people is going to fall for this. I mean, they already know this.
Yep.
Look at the examples we have with the churches and politics. A certain amount of people are just going to fall for it, propaganda and all. And
Every
this is
single
what we're
time.
dealing with here.
Mm-hmm. We are in dark times. We so far from the light, child. We are far.
Have we ever been close to the light?
We used to be a proper country at one time, but yeah, that's gone.
When? I'd like to know
I mean,
when.
I meant not in the theoretical sense, not in real. Like
I'm
we
just
was
like,
really proper before
media.
social media, before AI, before there was a time where you could believe what you saw because they didn't know how to manipulate it. Now, mm-mm, mm-mm, it's
Yeah,
all bad.
I blame the people. Wake up, put your glasses on, go to Lens Crafters, wherever you got to go, and stop being so damn
Honey.
stupid. Like,
And
enough is enough.
okay,
Didi,
I
I even
hear you. I'm making
said,
my appointment soon. Darn.
you keep saying soon. I don't like that. You keep saying that, and you ain't did it yet. So let's not.
Cause a bitch I need to see, honey. I mean, look, my 5, 6 years, now, and my prescription will literally be 6 years old in June, honey. I really need
And
to get
how long you gonna keep saying that without making no appointment?
that.
I know listen, my glasses are very expensive, even with insurance. So sometimes you just be like, girl, I don't want to spend that money now, but baby, I got to be able to see.
Like, I'm like,
Okay?
because the thing is, I can still see okay out of but there are some incidents, like, where it's like, if it's too far away, then I'm like, okay, damn, yeah, I do need
Okay.
my prescription.
Everybody don't have FSA, but if you have a little FSA or HSA or whatever, you can use that with your to pay for your glasses. You don't have to pay cash out your bank account. So if you
Or
can.
even better, if you plan ahead, you can just go get the eye exam. Make sure they give you your field of depth or whatever it's called. And then there are places like Zulu and all these other places where you can go and get glasses for much, much cheaper.
Mhm.
Um,
And Auntie, you could get a bunch of glasses for depending
yeah.
on your prescription. You could get a lot of
Now
cute
that's
little
the
glasses.
caveat. That is the caveat, Moon, is depending on your prescription. Because I went and thinking, people say, oh, I got my glasses for $80, $90. I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Child, I did the same thing, uploaded my prescription.
And they said
Child, $1,500.
$150. Look here.
Warby
I
Parker's.
said, I said, girl, you blind bitch. But it was still cheaper than me going to
Yeah,
like a what is it, optometrist? Like I
yeah.
paid for the glasses I got now, and I just needed some new ones. I paid $610, Shell.
Ooh, yeah, I know.
But
So
and I
Warby
went to this.
Parker for all
Go ahead, Cuff.
Warby Parker, for all its faults, it has pretty set prices. So if you are looking for relatively cheap glasses, you're gonna stay within like the one to. I haven't seen Warby Parkers run over $300. So like usually they're like 1 to 2, but depending upon your prescription, if you got rather thick, it can get up to like 3. But I haven't seen them ever go over 3.
I'm definitely gonna check. I've heard about Warby Parker, so thank you for plugging them. I'm gonna try them again because, baby, like I said, I paid $600 for these glasses. I came home and I was like, baby, I better be able to see Jesus
Oh,
from down here on earth.
we have a comment for our Asian listeners. Warby Parker is not Asian nose friendly. Believe it or not, a lot of these glasses, I didn't realize that, that's how much racism really affects how much we do in life, because I notice how a lot of us who wear glasses always have to push them shits back up because the average glasses were built around a white people's nose frame. They were not designed to hold up black people's noses. So, and I guess Warby Parker, I think their Asians learned that with Warby Parker now. I
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
know that. Yeah.
because
So
of
you
the
want
bump.
glasses
Those
that are
white
cheap
folks
and
have that bump where it holds their glasses up to their face a little bit. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
you want them
Tamka,
to
what
be
you say? You
cheap
said that I want
and
cheap or what now?
you want them cheap and fit. Come on now.
Yes, I deserve.
There's a comment, and I don't know if this was towards me, but it said had them glasses since elementary school.
Oh no, I think you were talking about me.
Oh,
Especially
then
when I say my
Does
that's
prescription was
right.
does
6 years
Hammy
old.
know that he's a speaker? Does Hammy know that?
Hmm.
Baby, Hammy ain't coming off
He just
mute.
teasing us. He
Yeah,
knows.
he
I
ain't
know.
coming
That's
off
so
mute.
nasty. That's so nasty.
But no, his comment had talking about this photo that says like, "Are you sure?" Because he looks dead in that thumbnail. That- oh.
But you gotta be careful with Hammy, child, because he'll shoot one bullet and hit 2 people.
Hmm. Well, honey, speaking of shooting bullets, honey, hitting people, that's what ICE likes to do. And we've learned that. Have y'all seen what's been going on with the journalist, Laura Jadid? How she was pretty much, she's documented how she easily got hired by ICE.
Yes, I saw that yesterday. Yeah.
And you should see where it says here by way of TMZ, journalist passes ICE background check despite weed in her system and Antifa support. So here's it's a quick video of her talking to Harvey and Charles about it, but about her process and stuff. And then ICE has even tried to retweet her, said that she's lying. She had to say, "Are you sure about that?" And then took a screen grab of her in the hiring portal with ICE, showing that she most certainly did get hired and she had a whole start date. So let me share my screen and let's see what Miss Laura has to say about this.
I'm not a great candidate for ICE. I'm pretty vocal about how I feel about them and how I feel about the Trump administration. I have my own page on antifawatch.com. I feel like I'm a less than ideal recruit, but I am also a veteran. I went to Afghanistan twice in the 82nd Airborne Division, and a skills-based resume at first glance looks plausible. So I took a skills-based resume to this hiring event. I handed it in. I did an interview. It took all of 6 minutes. They didn't ask me very much, basically just basic information, name, date of birth, military status, all that stuff. And then I went home expecting to never hear from them again. I wasn't looking really, so I missed the tentative offer letter that came in a few days later. It sunk to the bottom of my inbox. The tentative offer letter said that I needed to accept within 48 hours. It had some paperwork I needed to fill out, including an affidavit that said I had never committed a domestic violence crime, background check information paperwork, stuff like that. Didn't fill it out. And yet, a couple weeks later, I get an email from LabCorp saying ICE would like you to take a drug test, which was unfortunate because cannabis is legal in New York City and I'd partaken 6 days before, but why not? I went in, I took my test and I waited. And I know they're supposed to call you if you fail. And after about 9 days, I was curious So I logged into the ICE hiring portal, and what I saw, and what you can see on Twitter or Blue Sky right now, is that not only was my drug test apparently not an issue, but I apparently had a final offer. It said that I had accepted the final offer. I had an onboarding date of September 30th, which is 3 days before I was looking at this, and a nice little sign that said, "Welcome to ICE."
For a lot of people watching, whether you tested positive for marijuana, that doesn't feel like the egregious oversight. Is there more that should have gotten you rejected?
Yeah, definitely not. That's not the problem. It was the catalyst for me checking. But the problem, again, is that if you type my name into a computer, you will immediately find that I am very vocal about how I feel about ICE, how I feel about Trump. I've written articles with titles like "What I Saw in LA Wasn't an Insurrection, It Was a Police Riot." I am simply not what they are looking for. If I was applying for McDonald's, I feel like they would look at my social media, and if all I was saying was "I hate McDonald's," I feel like they wouldn't hire me. If I was going on a Tinder date, I think I would type someone's name in, and if they said things that were against me personally, I don't know if I would go on a date with them. And I feel like the average person going on a Tinder date does more research than ICE did on me. Also, we've been hearing a lot about how anybody that resists ICE or thinks that they're not doing a good job or films them or talks back to them, or in fact, even the media who encourages this kind of behavior, they have called that domestic terrorism. So is it domestic terrorism, or are we good recruits for ICE? Because it can't be both. It can be neither, but it can't be both.
She ain't that right. She said, so what is it? Is they a good recruit or are they a traitor? Because you can't be both.
Look
So,
here.
so
Them
the,
people ain't checked for nothing. They just letting any old Tom, Dick, and Harry in.
They do. She didn't even fill out the background information. And I think the guy who shot that woman and killed her has domestic violence reports on him.
Charges.
So I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that matters either.
so that's not super uncommon within the Homeland Security apparatus. In terms of the domestic violence, there are ways around that particular thing or like other charges. Um, it is weird that you have to be clearable to be an ICE at some point. It usually requires like a secret. So I'm a little, usually in job hiring, I wouldn't necessarily suspect that you're going to check somebody's social media. Maybe that is becoming more common, but it is not always true. Particularly when you're under a hiring crunch. But the part that it seems weird about this is that you need a secret or need to be able to be clearable to get a secret, and that does
Can
generally look at your social.
I just say, we are under the Trump administration. They're not doing none of that. Are we being fucking for real right now? We know they're not doing that.
Meanwhile, they're pulling people's clearance who legitimately should have one left and right.
Exactly. Because they oppose them. That's the only time they look. If they actually know that you are the person. Are they going to go look for all these people? They're not doing none of that stuff. They're not doing anything that we would deem a normal process. And I think that is what we need to stop talking, how we talk about it. We know they're not doing none of what we deem as a normal process for things. They're not running these people through, any type of clearance. He didn't even get clearances for the people that he got up in his cabinet. They was going subverting all that shit. So no, they're not doing normal practice stuff. And no, not at all. All them people, half the, I think, people they got up there is from January 6th, if you ask me.
And speaking of that, it says, we have a comment in the chat. Did you see the leaders of the Proud Boys is getting paid by DHS? I did not see that, but I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. Well, that is that on that. So my last story, I think we're gonna end it on the last little piece of tea that I have for us today. I'm gonna end it on some good news. Are y'all familiar with the chips that you see, the wrap snacks? Even if you haven't had them, have you seen them in the stores? Like, and it usually has a picture of a wrapper on it with a.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, honey. Shout out to the wrap snacks. Well, it looks as if the founder is actually going to the going through the healthy route and partnering with Costco. And you also see where I just shared here by way of All Hip Hop, Rap Snacks founder James Lindsay inks deal with Costco for Do the Right Thing healthy brand. So James Lindsay, the founder and CEO of Rap Snacks, has officially launched a new healthier snack line, Do the Right Thing, marking a significant expansion beyond his traditional hip hop themed potato chips into the wellness focused food market. The Miami-based entrepreneur announced the nationwide rollout of his vegetable-based chip line, now available at Costco locations across the United States, with expansion to all 1,800 Kroger stores in 2026. You know what? Shout out to y'all. I really miss Kroger. Ain't no more Kroger. They took all the Kroger out of North Carolina, honey. Well, anyway,
Really?
they did. There was a few years back, actually. Well, Lindsay's new venture features two flagship flavors, Veggie Crackle Carrot Ranch and Veggie Crackle Broccoli Cheddar, both made with 100% avocado oil and real vegetables rather than traditional potato bases. Rap Snacks has always been about more than food. It's about culture, community, and authenticity, Lindsay said in a statement announcing the launch. With this new line, we're proving that healthier choices can still be flavorful, fun, and connected to the artists and communities we serve. The Do the Right Thing brand represents a strategic pivot for Lindsay, who has spent over 25 years building his food industry empire through partnerships with hip hop artists and bold flavor profiles that celebrate urban culture, excuse me. Unlike traditional Rap Snacks products, the new line emphasizes clean ingredients and nutritional benefits, featuring gluten-free formulations with no artificial colors, zero trans fats, and no added sugar. The entrepreneur's decision to enter the better-for-you snack markets reflects growing consumer demand for healthier alternatives that don't sacrifice taste or cultural relevance. Each bag of Do the Right Thing chips includes QR codes that link to exclusive content such as artist interviews and wellness tips, reinforces the brand's connection to hip hop culture while promoting healthier lifestyle choices. The product launch comes as Lindsay continues expanding his business portfolio, which already includes partnerships with various hip hop artists through Rap Snacks, as well as ventures in rolled tortilla chips and authentic Mexican potato chips. You better work.
Good.
You better
Go
work.
ahead, black man. Building an empire.
Avocado. That's the
I'll
shit.
definitely support that.
Yes.
Look, the shit said, okay, that's right up my alley. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we have a comment. I avoid avocado oil because it oxidizes quickly and becomes rancid. Really? And
It
I've
becomes
actually
what?
never rancid. I've actually never used it, but I've seen like when I be looking at a lot of food content and people preparing food, I see a lot of people use it, and a lot of them say like they prefer it because like you're able to burn it like really fast, or it has a really burning high point or something like that, so your
Hmm.
food doesn't burn easily. So I've never tried avocado oil
I
personally.
like it to cook with. I haven't had any issues of cooking with it, but that's an interesting tidbit. I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, shout out to James Lindsay. I'm gonna try something. These we gonna have to get somebody in the room though to work on them names though. Like what the hell kind of names they got for this? Let me go back. It says that Veggie Crackle Carrot Ranch and Veggie Crackle Broccoli Cheddar. That shit sounds like a slur. Why would you want to eat some healthy chips that sound like a slur?
A slur to who? Crackers.
Ah!
I'm sorry. The joke was right there. It was right there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Good job.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It says certain words make it for marketing. Okay. Oh, that's what I was trying to say, Matt. Thank you. It says it has a high smoke point. That's what that's what
Smoke
they say.
point. You
Mm-hmm.
look. Let the chef tell it. Okay, chef.
Ah, he said, listen here, you crackle broccoli ranch. Hey, hello? Does it not sound like a slur? Like, who are you calling a cootie queen? You lint liquor.
Oh shoot.
Ah, y'all crack me up, honey. But y'all, that was all the tea that I have for us today. So before we head out, I want to ask you all, did you all have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed?
Not I, Sister Cat.
Ow.
I'm
Well,
good.
well, I always like to thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time for another live show if you can make it. Do not forget to RSVP to that. Tomorrow's the last day that you can RSVP for an entry into the Hot Tea Cold Cash giveaway. We're in the last week, y'all, so I can't wait to see who our lucky winner is going to be. Of course, we're going to announce it on Monday for the final winner number 10. So get those entries in, baby. It may be you. It may be you. It may be you. Yeah, y'all couldn't see, but I was doing some pointing like when I did all that, so y'all couldn't see
I
that.
hope you was pointing directly to me. I hope so.
You were the second point.
Alright.
The first point was in the sky,
Okay.
because I was pointing to the Lord.
Okay.
And use that Auntie Derek hashtag. Yes, they show up more. So yes, make sure y'all get those entries in, honey. So try to trick that randomizer because the randomizer literally goes in and just picks whatever. So we don't know. We still gonna beat his ass, once the giveaway is over with. And once that, cause bitch, you ain't gonna be able to walk out to your car, Miss Randomizer. We getting your ass. But, while we have you here, we want you to do right until that time is up. But no,
Hmm.
again, y'all, seriously, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me and join the fun tomorrow. We'll see y'all later.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.